What's up, Jenna?
Hello.
How was Vegas?
It was awesome. We were promoting our podcast, and that's what you really missed. It's a Glee Recap podcast, and it was really, really fun. Vegas was a good time.
Was it really good, or did you come back with something?
We came back with COVID.
Oh, no.
It was just terrible. But, this is the world we live in now.
That's true.
Yeah.
How's your baby?
She's amazing. We're doing well.
Good.
I'm going to go do bedtime soon.
What brings you to Baby Ball? Why are you here?
Well, I have been an advocate and supporter of AdoptTogether for many, many years now. My friend Hank, obviously, and Sue Ann. And this year they have this hosting committee. So I'm just honored to be a part of it and being able to host last year and obviously support these families and the amazing work that AdoptTogether does, bringing, families and children together.
How come it's so expensive to adopt? Like, why?
There's just a lot of costs, I think, that, and you're asking the wrong person for the real logistics, but, as an adoptee, I know that it cost, even back in the 80s, it was very expensive and it was difficult. So, with the inflation and the way the world is now, I can't even imagine. And there should be no cost for families wanting to give a child a safe and loving home.
Yeah, because I think the United States is like the most expensive country in the world to adopt.
Yeah, I would imagine so. It is wild. I mean, 5 figures. It's absolutely ridiculous.
How come to have a baby, you don't need a license, you don't need anything to have a baby, but to adopt, you have to go through all these hurdles?
Yeah, and in some ways I can appreciate the hurdles the families have to go through for the children, to protect the children. But then, on the other side of it, that it's so incredibly difficult to get pregnant for people. That is such a gift that I don't take lightly and, take for granted. And so it's a really fine, there's a really fine line about how many hoops you should have to jump through for adoption and to, again, give a child a loving home and protective home.
So my business partner, he's Korean, okay, and he was adopted by a white family,
yeah.
And I know more about everything Asian than he does. So while you were growing up, how did you get in touch with your roots and your whole past?
Yeah. My dad is Sicilian and Russian. My mother is Irish and English. It was tough, growing up as one of the only Asian, Korean American girls in my community and on Long Island. But my parents definitely made sure that we ate a lot of Korean food. We spent a lot of time in the city, and growing up in theater and doing The King and I, there was like this other family of feeling very a sense of belonging and a sense of understanding that, the world is, in New York especially, is like a melting pot. And so I never really felt incredibly isolated in that way. And then also just finding friends. And again, we used to go to these events that my adoption agency used to host when I was a kid. So you'd be with other adoptees. And so they really were careful in making sure that I was in tune with that side of my background as well.
Jenna, every one of your answers was like eloquent. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Your parents did a good job.
Thank
Your
you.
parents did a great job.
Thank you.
You're adopted.
Welcome to FabTV. Look at Hollywood's latest, see? All the red carpets dressed to a T. Yeah, you know me, it's all free.